I know I'm alone in this. I'm not with that can't be your friend because I don't like that. Who over there? Who all over there? Poof. Let me go through your phone. Let me smell your strap.
Right.
What is your problem?
Smell your strap.
Hi, my name is Sharia.
And I'm Arya.
And this is
The StrapDown.
The StrapDown is a black queer podcast with two black queer femmes talking about black queer stuff to you.
Probably some black femme queers.
Hopefully, and maybe some whoever.
You know?
Whoever.
We got some fans over in Germany. We had some fans from like RuPaul's Drag Race Germany.
Okay.
Yes.
There are black people in Germany. So if you are black and German and queer and femme.
I was born in Germany.
So was Martin Lawrence.
Oh, yeah, it's my cousin.
Anyway, please stay tuned and like, subscribe, check us out. We're going to get started talking about some black queer femme news.
For the rundown.
Okay, so it's now time for the
StrapDown rundown.
Yes, run the strap down. Strap down.
Bars.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to talk about all the gay stuff that has been happening, all the stuff that we've been seeing on our timeline. The WNBA draft. A lot of talented women got drafted. And there was noticeably one person that was left off of the list.
Yeah,
someone's name didn't get called.
Yeah, one mask left behind.
That was Sedona.
Sedona
Prince.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised, honestly. Like,
this is not my ministry at all.
It is mine.
But I do know about the drama. She was out here just not acting right, being violent and crazy.
She's out here
wilding. And then I also saw a TikTok montage of all her most embarrassing flops in the sport and I can't talk. I can barely run and chew gum at the same time, so I can't say nothing about that. But it was funny, and I was like,
I watch basketball. I'm a basketball fan. I've worked in athletics. I've worked at TCU, which is where she is right now. And I read an interesting take from what the GMs thought about Sedona, not outside of the drama and everything else. Do you know how old Sedona is? Sedona is older. She is 24.
Yeah.
And one of the GMs was like, is she good at basketball or is she just playing against a bunch of 18 and 19 year olds?
Wow.
She is older than some WNBA players.
Yeah.
And you're playing against children. Of course you're going to be looking somewhat like you're dominating these people. Her and Sabrina Ionescu, who plays for New York Liberty.
Oh, yes.
They were in school together. At the same time.
Yes.
They're in the same class. Sabrina
Okay,
has
but
now...
don't be mean to the super seniors. Sometimes it's hard to get through college.
No, I know that it is hard to get through college.
Yeah.
It is hard. But also at the same time, sometimes people just don't want to leave.
Exactly.
They don't want to face it.
If you spent less time abusing women and more time in them books.
More time in study hall.
Why should you abuse them textbooks?
You sound like a black mama. Or go abuse the weight room, because I watched the championship. I was watching the tournament, and you kind of need to get your weight up, and a little bit more speed, a little bit. I was like, you're just big and useless out there. But
okay, now you sound like my mama.
Yeah, and also for TCU, shout out to TCU Horned Frogs, Haley Van Liff. All that hate was not towards y'all. Because I saw their TikTok, they were like, oh, when everybody had y'all, they had your team predicted to lose. And it's we didn't want y'all to lose.
Yeah.
We wanted
her
to lose.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love Haley Van Liff.
Yeah.
I liked her when she was back at Louisville and all that stuff. And also LSU and stuff.
Yeah.
So
I just feel like if she were a better player, they would risk the liability.
Right. They would. They absolutely would.
Yeah.
But she's not. Oh, did you see one of her exes posted a TikTok, and the sound that she used was the sound from the game of Sedona fouling out on her last game as a...
That's so funny.
That was a level of petty that I
That's beautiful.
I have to apply.
I also saw some of the TCU players being from it was old footage, and it was of the backstage, and somebody would be like, who would you not let your brother or sister date? Sedona. It was like, damn, that bitch is a red flag.
That bitch is a menace.
Oh, well. Yeah. I hope you get some therapy.
Yeah, enjoy life overseas.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I've seen a lot of, like, Coachella was this weekend.
Yes.
It got a little spicy.
Yes.
For, Megchella. Everybody's having a Chella moment now. Megchella.
Megchella. And Megchella was great. She brought out Sierra. She brought, she was really great. Honestly, the highlight for me as a disgusting person was her performance with Victoria Monet.
Oh my God.
I'm not really femme for femme like that, but that about changing my mind. That about changed my mind.
I think we should just have like a moment of silence.
Like,
okay. To just appreciate that little two-step jig
two-step and the booty, like, on the
little, like, denim panties.
What? Yes.
And then when she sat
on the leg, she was like, that was, like, that was, listen, I'm just waiting for Meg to finally step into it and just step into it.
I think she's doing it, like, quietly.
Quietly step into her Femme Topics.
Yeah. Like, people have been noticing that she's been wearing, like, short nails recently, which...
We're winning.
We there.
Yes.
And people like, Meg ain't never had no short nails, no short set for this long. People like, who is she? Let us know. Meg, if you're watching.
Let us know.
Let us know. Shoot us a DM. We'll keep it, we not like your other friends. Okay?
Yeah, we're not like your fake friends.
We're not like your fake friends.
Yeah.
We're real friends.
So
you can just slide in our DM. Who bought you them heart-shaped balloons? Because I know that was no man. I remember that. You know what I'm talking about? No. Specifically, she was in a hotel and she was like twerking and stuff like that. And there was like these like heart-shaped balloons like in the, like they had rows of them.
Yeah.
What man?
Do men not buy heart-shaped balloons?
I don't think a man would know where to buy a balloon. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then that was also around top. Her nails were short. It was just adding up.
I hope you found you a non-toxic, like, beautiful woman to really, like, wrap you up in love. Ooh. Because you deserve it.
Think it's Victoria?
That would be cute. Like, I don't think so, though, because Victoria, well, then again, who knows? Like,
Victoria Monet is always at the scene of a bisexual crime.
I know, but she is married, right? Is she not married?
I thought they broke up.
Oh, they broke up?
I thought they were separated.
Okay,
I thought they separated. Cute. I thought, or maybe I made that up, but I thought that they were separating, or maybe there was rumors that, because it was like, I feel like kind of around the same time with like Tiana Taylor and stuff like that. I think.
Dream polycule.
If y'all know, right?
Dream polycule. Meg, Tiana Taylor, Victoria Monet.
I don't think my heart could take it.
That would be amazing.
That would be so.
Also, Meg would be such a good stepmother to that baby.
I don't know, Meg a little young though.
Yeah, she is.
She's a little young.
It's whatever.
But she would be like a good like like fun auntie or something to the kid, like come take the kid out.
I also have to say even if they're not dating, the ability to create that kind of like sexual tension on stage is so incredible, and she should give notes to Issa Rae.
That was a nasty segue. And I love it. Issa, okay, here's my thing. I
love her.
I love Issa down.
Love Issa. Like, honestly, like, an icon.
I love Issa down. Yeah. But Issa has literally changed my perspective on, like, sexuality. Because I used to always say, everybody's a little bit gay. Until I saw Issa's episode of Black Mirror. Issa might be 100% straight. I don't think Issa has even sniffed a woman. Okay? Like,
the thing is, she really, you know what? And y'all are really hard on her, but also I could tell she was trying. Like, she also, like, she got them big ass anime eyes, like, so she really was trying. I could tell that she was.
I mean, even the scene. Oh, spoiler also.
Oh yeah, spoiler for the third episode of Black Mirror. Skip to whatever in the timeline if I remember to put it in it.
Yeah, so like even the scene where like they're falling into the bed over in passion and she's supposed to be caressing the woman's leg and it's just like I've seen cats petted more seductively.
She said,
It's like she didn't have enough lotion on, and it was just uncomfortable to watch. And it was like I wanted to.
Yeah,
I wanted so bad.
I wanted so bad. For
I
that
wanted
to be
it
hot.
more than she.
You
did.
don't understand that I love like classic film. So like a dream is like, okay, I get transported to a movie from the 40s and they aren't like Negro. You know what I mean? Like that's such a dream.
Yeah.
And get to like hook up with Jean Harlow or whatever. That's very cool. But like, so I was very much in for it and I was really ready to be in the fantasy of it. I know. I love you, Issa. I love you. Maybe she just don't fuck with white women.
Issa, we love you. Okay.
Oh my God. Listen, Issa, we love you. You looked delicious in that suit. The fucking slick back ponytail feeling like you iced tea. Absolutely stunning. I had a good time. Mm-hmm. I just think and you know what? It's not her fault. It's the director's fault. Mm-hmm. It's the director's fault because you got to do whatever you can do to make up for the lack of chemistry from the actors. Exactly. Right? So we love you. It's not your fault, girl. It's not your fault.
Don't ever do it again, though, but we love you.
Maybe it's just not for white women. Maybe she don't like skinny white women.
Fair.
Yeah.
What else is going on?
People are crashing out because Prince
and Tati
broke up. Oh my God. I don't know these people.
Their videos would like come across and I would be like, oh, cool. That's interesting. I've learned more than I would have liked to know about this couple.
Same.
I have a feeling towards like TikTok couples, Instagram couples that showcase everything. My thing is, if you're going to show all of your relationship, I may be alone in this. I want to see all of the breakup. I want the details. They weren't posting enough. You know what I'm saying? Don't be quiet now.
Okay, wait. So let's put together the timeline for this. So Prince and Tati got together when Prince was either 29 and Tati was
too young,
19 or 18.
Yeah,
or 28 and I don't know, something like that. Wait, the age gap is ridiculous. I'm sorry. You're in your late 20s. This girl is still in her teens. No, she was in the UK. Prince was in LA, right? And I guess they met over the internet or whatever. Tati came from the UK to LA, was supposed to be there for like a month or whatever, and ended up staying for the whole, for I guess the length of their relationship, like 5 years, right? Yeah. And so they got together. They immediately kind of were a TikTok couple. Yes. Right? Like they're
two hot people? How can you not be?
Fine. But they documented I'll get into it. They documented her coming to LA, them falling in love or whatever. A big thing of theirs was that they're constantly doing content where they're just like, they're interviewing people and they look cute together or whatever. But a lot of the thing is that we don't have no friends. Mm-hmm. We don't have friends. It's just me and that's friends, right? That's all we are, right? We locked in together. Sure. Red flag. Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. Anyway, and the wee woo started when you picked up a 19-year-old, but okay. Yeah. And so, another red flag is that Prince, as gorgeous as you are, I can't take no nigga seriously with like contacts. I can't.
Not too much on the contacts. Listen, now. I told you about this.
I know. And we all make mistakes. That's a mistake I personally can't make because I'm sorry. I can't look at you in the eye and take you seriously if you are a Negro with blue contacts on. I just can't.
Okay. I can't. Look. Okay. We all have a past. Okay. We all have a past. If somebody digs too deep on Facebook, they may or may not find an old picture of me with some hazel green eyes.
Well, okay, wait, you with hazel green eyes? I thought you dated.
I was waiting until today to make this confession.
That's not what I thought.
I was the green-eyed bandit.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Was me. That was me. Okay. And they were prescription.
They were not prescription.
Fresh look? Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yes. Okay, but nobody prescribed you light eyes.
Yes.
The doctor
I went to the doctor, and I was like, doctor, I'm trying to be a bad bitch, and he prescribed me some hazel green contacts.
I can't.
Okay? I was misdiagnosed. All right. It happens. All right. But.
Oh, God. No.
I have been delivered.
Thank you.
Okay. I have been delivered.
Thank you,
I am
Jesus.
like over 15 years clean from my green contact addiction.
That's crazy.
And I'm here to help others.
That's beautiful. Yeah, I'm glad that you were brought home from the valley of the shadow of light eyes. But
But in this day and age,
it's too late.
Nah, it's too late.
And then what kills me is like if they not wearing the light eyes, they got the glasses on the whole time. I'm like, okay, there's some healing to be done here. Anyway, whatever. That's me being judgmental or whatever.
The light-eyed contacts was like...
That's a red flag. I need y'all to see... And I have my own version of the light-eyed contacts. Face tattoos. I need to start seeing face tattoos as a red flag. I've learned slowly to start seeing that as a red flag. Light contacts, big red flag.
That's a big red flag.
Second, okay, so lots of red flags going on that if you are a 19-year-old, you're not going to catch up on, right? So they were together and they promoted together and they became a brand or whatever. Fucking Milton Friedman, y'all prove that nigga right every day, and I need you to stop. Like, I'm sorry. Okay, whatever. So anyway, then they broke up. This is what happened. This is the breakup, right? Allegedly, because Tati hasn't really said anything except for like a Notes app statement or whatever.
Oh yeah, I just saw her post a video of her crying in the mirror or something like that. That's all I saw. I missed the Notes app, but
I did see the crying in the mirror video.
Maybe I need a hug. Yeah, sorry, that was rude. My bad, Tati. She don't know me.
I'm sorry, Tati. And I know this is, you know what? This is me being like separate from the reality of internet.
Yes.
Neoliberal bullshit. But anyway, sorry.
So they broke up.
So they broke up and Prince was like, I left her. Then it was like, she left me or whatever. Prince is the one that's really talking. Prince is on live. Prince made a 4-part video where half the video is her just unbottling the water, drinking the water, eating a cough drop, sucking on the cough drop in the microphone. What's wrong with you?
But what happened? What did she say was the reason?
She said happened.
She found some friends or something?
Right? No. They went back to the UK. They were supposed to. I think they were gonna pack up and move there. Mm-hmm. Right? I'm from what I can gather, it seemed like Tati missed her friends and family a little bit,
and they went back.
Back to the UK. Prince packed her stuff, went all the way back to the UK with her, and 2 weeks in, apparently Tati was running around acting like she's single, which I'm not sure what that means. Considering y'all say y'all don't have friends, I don't know what acting like she's single really means.
Maybe that means like she's going out with friends and not inviting you or like something like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it seemed like it was happening.
Yeah.
And so Prince started to feel some type of way, and like they were supposed to move over there, and Prince had sold her car or whatever, and she was like, well, if you don't want to deal with it, this is Prince's side of the story, that Tati was like, if you don't want to deal with this, you can go home.
Tati told Prince to go home.
Go
back to where you came from.
Go back to the colonies. And so I guess they're divorced, right? Yeah. I guess they're divorcing or whatever.
Like if there's an ocean between you after an argument, maybe that's grounds for...
You're not straight white people. You can't just live on a different continent and still be married.
It don't work like that.
So then the whole internet is whatever. They're taking sides and people are like, love is dead. And to me, I'm going to just be real. I'm going to just be so real. And I'm going to try to not be like a bitch while I say it.
Yeah.
TikTok couples are the death knell of capitalism. TikTok couples are neoliberalism taken to its logical extreme. You have centered the market so much in your life that you are either levying your personal intimate relationships for the purpose of brand making and getting sponsorships and deals, because that's not what they were talking. Both of them were talking about that. Yeah. In Tati's press release, she was like, I have given her the password to the YouTube, and I'm like, I hate this. And I think a lot of people are so kind of wrapped up in the neoliberal philosophy of like self-marketing and entrepreneurship and like being the brand, that they're not recognizing how sick this shit is.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same with just like influencers who aren't in a relationship. Have you ever been friends with an influencer?
Yeah, those people really...
I feel
really
like it's
inauthentic. Yeah.
I feel like it's very much the same thing. Like everything is a moment. Everything has to be filmed. This is content.
Yes.
This is like you're never... I'm not saying never, but a lot of times you're not fully present in whatever is happening.
And for sure, and that's bad and also very disgusting. But there's something deeply sick, particularly about Black queer relationships being commodified. All right. Maybe they just met and they fell in love and it just happened to happen on camera, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm also wondering if you were like, hey, I'm building a brand. Here's this light-skinned girl who also has a lot of followers. We would look good together. Let's cultivate this relationship as a brand first. And maybe maybe you're not doing that intentionally. I
don't know if they're doing it. I would be not surprised if like other people. There's people that like, okay, I'm an influencer, I have a bunch of person, and then they get with another.
But not even like in the sense that like we're pretending, right? Like we're not pretending to be a couple, but like a lot of the desire to be coupled with someone is the publicness of the relationship.
Yes.
Right, and that to me is worrisome because the thing about Black queer intimacy is that it shouldn't be commodified for this. Like it just shouldn't be.
Yeah.
It's something so like precious and sacred that we are now kind of like expected to commodify, right? And I'm not, you know what I mean? Like I'm not whatever. Some of these couples I'd be like, oh, and I get it.
No, I hate all internet couples.
Yeah.
Gay, straight, I don't care. I think it's all completely weird. Like, yes, I agree with what you're saying, like specifically like queer love, and it should be something that is like protected and kept sacred. But I feel that way with any relationship. Yeah. I think all internet couples are weird. I'm not like, you can get mad. I think they're all weird.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And you know who would say the same thing? Marks.
Yes. It's like, unless your content is like, oh, we're just being funny and making jokes. But like the people that are showing like really intimate moments, like this is us on a date night. This is us going to bed together, or like we're supposed to be cuddling on the couch right now.
Who's
like,
filming?
Who's filming this? Who's asking for this? You know what I'm saying?
Also,
or like you're keeping the camera up as you're actively fighting and hitting each other?
Yes.
Because you're on live together?
Yes.
That's weird.
Yes.
Like, fuck all the, like, let's protect. It's all weird.
Yes.
And I don't think there's anything you can say to, like, really convince me that it's not.
Thank you.
It's weird.
Thank you.
That you're putting, like, these intimate moments on camera. To be like, what part, and then my question is like, what part of your relationship are you keeping to yourself? You know, like what is private to you? What is sacred? Is everything that you're doing? Oh, we can't have this moment right now. Let's set up the camera.
Oh my God.
Like that's,
yes.
That's, you know, and that's the same thing that influencers do as well. The whole influencer culture and like, oh, day in the life, I think it's all weird.
Y'all prove Milton Friedman right every damn day. And I'm sick of it. Yes. I'm sick of how y'all be acting.
And I think at times, like, it can be, it can be educational depending on, like, the type of, like, the content that you're doing, or, like, you're educating somebody on, like, a certain type of lifestyle.
For sure.
That could be one thing. But, like, we don't need to see y'all getting in the shower together or getting dressed together. We don't need to see that. I should not know what brand of underwear your partner wears.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
You know,
and this is the thing also, because the response on TikTok made me sadder, because so many people, especially, and no shade to this creator, I love her. She's the one that talks about all the like TikTok lesbians, and she always be bouncing in the video. Mm-hmm. You know her, she got the long nails and she be bouncing. Mm-hmm. And she'd be like, guess what happened? Right? So, but she, like, a lot of what she had to say was like, the other Black lesbian TikTok couples gotta stand up. No, they don't. A lot of queer Black people in particular, but a lot of queer people are very lonely. Mm-hmm. And this is their only opportunity to see Black queer love. And I get that. I need y'all to see that for the darkness that it is. You know?
It's like people have ignored like all the like problematic things, like this age gap. Like now the age gap is coming back up again. And it's like, how old were they when they got married?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I personally feel with the whole age gap thing, like there's no reason at all for anybody 25 or under to be married. That's just me.
Married, period. Yes,
married,
sure.
Period. Absolutely.
But you know what? There's no reason at all for you. Somebody who is almost 30, you are about to you are at the end of a very specific growth phase in life. Why are you with someone that young? Yes. What about that is appealing to you?
It's weird. And how I look at age and stuff, I feel like once you hit 18, you start, there's like now adult years as like kids, right?
Yes.
You're 18-year-old, you're like a newborn.
Yes.
Right? You don't know shit. Okay, you're fresh out. You're having all these new experiences. You're crying and pissing and shitting yourself because you're doing drugs you're not ready for yet. That's right. You know what I mean? You know,
you can't walk because you're too drunk. You
can't walk. You know, when you're like 25, you're like 7 years old.
Yeah.
Right? You think you're a big kid.
Yeah.
And the bigger kids are like, yo, you might get hurt. Go over there. Sit down. Relax.
And you don't even know what you don't know.
You don't know what you don't know. Even when you turn 30.
Yes.
Like your 30s, you're like going through another adult puberty.
Yes.
Your body is changing. Things are getting bigger. It's, you know what I'm saying?
Things are getting bigger.
Things are getting bigger. Things are working
swollen.
Different.
Yes.
Things are different. You know, and think about how you were when you were like in your preteens. Like you thought you had shit figured out. But you don't, you know? Life is hitting you with shit. You're learning how to cope with stuff for the first time. Like I know when I turned 30, it's like, I know I'm an adult, but I feel like I need an adult adult.
Oh my God. Before, and like ookie spooky whatever, but I really do believe in this ookie spooky shit. Your Saturn's return is such a defining moment in who you are. That age of like 27, 28, 29, that is such a powerful time of like shifting and growing. And like, for you to kind of like not only be in a relationship with someone like that, but being a very public relationship and a controlling, isolating relationship with someone like that. That to me is, it's dark, bro. It's dark. I don't like it.
Not having friends or not having a community outside of your partner is terrible. And I'm low-key speaking to myself because I am very bad at this. And this is something that I have to even still like work through because I'm someone that when I'm in a relationship, I tend to like, it's me and them because I'm already like making friends is hard. You know?
That's normal. That's a nesting phase.
No. But this phase will last years. Yeah. And I look around at some point and I'm like, I don't have anybody outside of you. Or like, if you are gone.
Y'all be going out. Y'all got friend trips and shit. Y'all are.
Now, but I'm saying like.
Yeah. Now, but in other relationships.
Because I now know the importance of like keeping in touch with like friends and stuff like that. But there was a point in time where like I was somewhere, like I moved around a lot and I'm in a new place and the only person that I have is my partner. And the friends that I have, they're not my friends. They're technically their friends or like their family, and I didn't have a support system. Yeah. So if like, okay, if me and you are beefing now, I don't have nobody else to really talk to. I don't have anywhere to go. I don't have anything that's my own. I don't have my own identity, my goals, or like whatever. I'm not even acting towards that.
Yes.
Because I don't know what that is because I haven't like worked out and like developed that. I'm not in a community or anything.
Yes. So, and that's bad enough. Now imagine if your finances were dependent on that person. Not only dependent on that person, dependent on your public relationship with that person. Sorry.
So the ghost of Ronald Reagan.
Yes, right. Again.
Came in.
It was actually the ghost of Friedrich Hayek. He was like, I know y'all not talking about me, though. Because I know you hoes not talking about me, though.
Yeah. So where we had left off, we were talking about just the importance of having... Just stop it.
Damn it, Hayek. First of all, Friedrich Hayek, you dusty bitch.
So, wrapping up.
Anyway,
it's important to have community, even if you're in a relationship.
And TikTok lesbian couples are not community. Sorry. I know they're so cute. That's not a replacement for real community. at all.
You need to go out and find like lesbian couples out in the wild.
That's right.
And stalk them.
That's right. Exactly.
Look in their windows.
Exactly.
See a real relationship.
I promise you will see dyke drama in the wild.
In the wild.
Always.
It's hilarious.
It's hilarious. I once saw a girl stab another girl.
So, all the best to Prince and Tati.
Especially to Tati. I mean, all the best to both of you. Absolutely. All love to both of you.
Wait. I did read in the comments on one of the videos that they signed a deal with Netflix, and that's why they're not giving too many details, because they're supposed to be doing like a Netflix show. I don't know if that's true, but I'm going to be watching to see.
He can't keep getting away with it.
You can't keep getting away with it. But
damn it, Friedrich.
I'm going to calm Sharia down, and we're going to move on to our next segment. But this was the StrapDown rundown. So I want to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, let's hear your thoughts. Were you hearing about the Prince and Tati breakup? What do you think? Whose side are you on? Is capitalism rotting your brain and destroying you? Please.
Yeah. I want to hear from the people who are like under 25 when they got married, and I want to hear your thoughts about whether you feel that was a mistake or not. And I will tell you why it was. So stay tuned for the next segment.
That's so funny. It is time for us to do
Strap History.
You are banned. You are banned from music. You're banned from doing the theme song. No, that's not what this is called. This is not called that. This is called something else. Strap History is crazy.
I really do think we should do a history of strap-ons.
Whoa. Okay, wait. Sometimes you just kind of step on absolute brilliance. Like, that's so good. So this is what we do. Black Queer History, where we teach you the history that is soon to be illegal. So today I am going to talk about buffet flats. Buffet flats of the 1920s, Ooh. Right? Okay, so I've been reading the Bessie Smith autobiography, and it's long. I wanted to do Bessie Smith at some point, but through it, I'm just like kind of finding a lot of like real interesting stuff about the gay people in the Harlem Renaissance, especially the gay girls, the lady lovers, as they used to call them. So I stumbled upon this phenomenon called buffet flats. Buffet flats, sometimes called good time flats. They were small, privately owned, unlicensed clubs. They were apartments that were just like rearranged, that were like, they would do like gambling, they would do some work, there was a lot of dancing and partying and a piano. It would just, they take somebody's apartment and they take everything out except for the piano. And everybody would come around. It was like the mix of a speakeasy and a brothel. I love it. Exactly. So the thing is, buffet flats were different from the speakeasies of the 1920s, right? So during Prohibition, they had the speakeasies, right? And those were like more for the upper echelon or for the middle class people, right? The buffet flats came out of the story of the rent parties, right? So the rent parties, I think people still do them, but rent parties of the 1920s were when like poor black people that had migrated from the South would come. They lived in these same neighborhoods, and they would just have parties. They charge people in the neighborhood a bit of money to come party and dance and drink.
Oh, yeah, I've seen Friday After Next.
That's right. Yes. Yes. Okay. Sure. But the rent parties were like, of course, the Christian Negro people were always very upset whenever black people started having fun or whatever. But the rent parties were a little bit more respectable, right? You know, it was dancing, it was drinking, it was, eating chitlins and stuff. But it wasn't all that. The buffet flats, however, they were called buffet flats because
all you can eat.
That's right. That's right. You have a buffet of everything you want,
Like a golden corral of coochie.
That's really,
yes.
But it was like, do you want some coochie? Do you want some this? Do you want some that? Do you want some this? You know, anything that you want would be available at the buffet flat. So they would have erotic shows, which featured lots of different snacks. They had, you know, you could pay for your own to go to the back room or whatever. Also, the hostess in the front was also kind of a bank, right? So a big thing that emerged that created the buffet flats were the Pullman porters. So right, these were porters that like they were the ones that made the most money, but they would go from town to town to town to town. So whenever they would come to like layovers in cities like New York and Detroit, the porters would leave a bunch of their money that they made in cash with the hostess at the buffet flat. And then if you needed to take some out to get a little something to drink or to get a little noogie, then you would take the money out. So the hostess at the front would also act as a pretty trustworthy bank for those people. Sort of like, you ever been to like a Korean spa?
No.
If you go to the Korean spa, they give you whatever. Anyway, a little different.
Or like never mind.
Like, so when you go to the spa, right, every time you want something, they'll charge you on the wrist, right?
Oh, like Disney World.
Like at Disney World.
Yeah.
Yes, like Disney World for coochie. So they had existed for years, but Prohibition made it real popular. And if you know the Pullman Porters Club in St. Louis, right, it was like a gathering place for old men, and that's a former buffet flat. By 1927, at the height of Prohibition, there was an article called Buffet Flat Solves Many of High Society's Drinking Problems. It estimated that New York City had 10,000 buffet flats operating in Manhattan and Brooklyn. Jesus. Yep. So a lot of Black queer women had to make their own separate buffet flats, but it was mostly lady lovers, but also like the gays would be there too. You know, it was for everybody, right? So these people came from sharecroppers and stuff. So a lot of these were women who had never really explored their sexualities, never had that opportunity, and when they came here, they went buck wild, right? They would call them the sophisticated ladies, the girls with the short hair, the bull daggers, the bull dykers, the lady lovers, right? There was people like Gladys Bentley, Jackie Moms Mabley. She had her own buffet flat. Yes, and let's also shout out to Mabel Hampton. A lot of these records of the like first account, like especially like the tickets because they would have little special promo tickets that had like wink, wink, nudge, nudge, little words on them. Yeah. Those are from Mabel Hampton's records that she kept.
That is so cool.
So a lot of the queer Black networks that we know of the time, they are more catered to the middle and the upper class Black folk, right? Because that's how it works, right? You know, they have more time to keep records. They're probably moving less so they can hold on to stuff. So a lot of stuff about working class neighborhoods, we only have the working class like parties and queer networks. We only know of that because of vice squads. In particular, a vice squad called the Committee of 14 Snitches. So a lot of the records that we have of Black queer life for working class people come from people who were looking down on it and trying to destroy it. Yeah, who were trying to destroy it. Shout out to Bessie Smith. Bessie Smith immortalized a buffet flat in a song she called the Soft Pedal Blues. It was soft pedal because the pianist uses the soft pedal so that it doesn't alert the neighbors too much, right? They don't want to get busted because they would get busted a lot. So Bessie Smith and her niece Ruby used to party at Detroit, and she wrote a song about it, and I'm not going to sing it, but the lyrics is like, she gave a dance last Friday night that was to end at 1, but when time was almost up, the fun had just begun. And then she's like, I'm drunk and full of fun, go and spread the news, I got them soft pedal blues. Bars, right? Give you a sneak peek into what the buffet flats were like. I'm just going to say it. All right. So there was an interview called Life on the Road conducted by the dude who wrote the book that I'm reading right now about Bessie Smith. Right. So Ruby, her niece, was like, a buffet flat? Nothing but and bull daggers. Everybody that was in the life, buffet means everything goes on. They had an F word that was so great that people used to come there just to watch him make love to another man. He'd give him a tongue bath, and by the time he got to the front of that guy, he was shaking like a leaf. People would pay good just to see him do his act. And then she talks about one night when she and Bessie were at a buffet flat after a show. 3 girls, myself, and 1 gay fellow. We all got to drinking, having this ball, and all of a sudden Bessie said, "Oh shit, stop all this motherfucking around and let's get naked and be ourselves." Well, we had 1 full-size bed and everybody got in that bed. Talk about knowing what to do. There was 3 girls and Bessie and I and the landlady. That's 6. Do you know that cat went through the whole crowd and got up and walked like a man? He said, "I've had my ball. Now I'm going to go call up my husband."
Oh my gosh.
I love bisexuals. I love bisexuals.
It needs to be a movie.
Right? I know. That's all I'm thinking. Every time I do any research into the Harlem Renaissance, I'm like, why isn't there a limited series about this?
Definitely.
Anyway, so the buffet flats were ultimately destroyed by the Committee of 14 and ultimately by the end of Prohibition. They did go on somewhat into the 30s, but they died out because of depression. A few honorable mentions. Sometimes they had reverse paper bag tests because they didn't want the light skins in, because a lot of the vice people would be white people pretending to pass. In fact, the one that like really got a lot of them shut down was a teacher, is a black teacher who like passed, and he would come to the buffet flats, and he was the one recording, and he was the one that got it. Just hating. So they said no yellow bitches at the buffet. Anyway, there's so much more, and it's really hard to find information about it, but what you can find is very cool. I'm gonna try to put pictures of some of the tickets and stuff, because they got like, they'll be like, lavender. Like, it's so funny how they're like, comes, it's like, yeah, we get it, you gay.
Yeah.
It's so fun. And there's so much, it's hard to like get a lot of this information, so I'm gonna shout out the people that I forgot whose name it was that like sent me the information.
We'll put it right here.
Okay. But look up
cool.
Look up buffet flats, look up more stuff about the Harlem Renaissance. It's spicy.
It's sexy. I like that. I like a little we need to bring back.
Say it. Oh, I forgot to say, they did try to bring back buffet flats. Like, there is
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, there's a place in San Francisco called I Zen, and they do these buffet flat cuisine, blah blah blah. It's pretty white.
Yeah, lame.
It's pretty rice skinned.
We need to bring back buffet flats. Let's have the reverse paper bag test and all. Let's come on, okay. But that was really good. I love that.
Yes, I had to leave a lot of stuff out, but it was so fascinating. You don't like to be reading or writing. So
You be reading.
I don't like to read.
That was good.
Yes, that was
a good, a nice, good, spicy Black queer history.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. We're going to keep it spicy.
Yeah. Is it going to get... Okay, let's do it.
I don't know. It might like lower your expectations. All right.
All right. Now it is time for Ask a Lesbian.
Ask a Lesbian.
You're a band? For theme songs. We talked about this.
Ask Les. Beyond. Okay. My apologies to all the listeners.
Okay.
We're about to get complaints about that next on TikTok.
You real salty about these complaints. I love it.
People, I love you, whoever you are. I love you. But it was just funny to me that people are going to TikTok to complain about the YouTube.
And you know what? Complain about the YouTube on YouTube. We need the comments, okay?
Well, we do need the comments for TikTok, but not as much.
Not as much. We really need it on YouTube.
Oh, God, because we still get comments from angry bisexuals.
Oh,
that's
really?
a whole nother. And also somebody's like tapping in Nigerian studs because of you. But that's not what this is about.
Send me your Nigerian studs.
Nah, they not happy.
Oh, okay.
So this is Ask a Lesbian, where we give a little bit of unsolicited, somewhat solicited advice.
Yeah, solicited, right? But not from us.
Not from us, but...
Yeah, whatever. Fuck you. You gonna get this anyway. We black aunties. We gonna tell you what you don't want to hear.
Exactly. Okay.
What you got today?
So this says, I have to know. When it comes to having a new partner, should I, 1, tell my new partner that my ex is my ex, or say that she's just a friend? 2, stop talking to my ex even though we're only friends if my new partner has an issue with it? Or 3, How many months into this new situationship should I allow my new partner to dictate who I talk to? To keep it short, I still keep in touch with my ex, but not because I miss her or want to kindle anything. After the BS, we ended up getting a good friendship out of our relationship. She's someone I can talk to. She knows and understands my intentions and my feelings. Mind you, our friendship is strictly platonic. She lives states away. She's and is also into Christianity, so it's only a matter of time before she fully commits to being straight. We've also come to
Sorry, that got me. Yes, keep going. I'm sorry.
No, that got me too when I first read it. So, in case you missed it, she's into Christianity, so it's only a matter of time before she fully commits to being straight.
TikTok.
Yeah, straight for the Lord. So we've come to an understanding that if another person came along, we would both be okay with not talking to each other out of respect for our new relationship. So basically, they want to know, what should they do?
Okay. I like the idea of lying to your partner and being like, this is just my friend, and then having her be like, because of says like that. Yeah. I'd be like, oh, skirt, what? So, no, I would say no, don't do that. Don't lie.
Don't lie. Lying should never be the first option.
Yeah.
Keep it an option.
Yeah.
But not the first one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, would you stop talking to an ex who's a friend if your new partner felt a way about it? Now, this is a touchy subject in the lesbian community.
It really is. It really
because
is.
Y'all be going to brunches with bitches and be like, oh, that's just my friend who's, pussy was in my face a couple months ago.
But that is also just how lesbian communities are small. So, you're gonna have friends who you hooked up with or almost hooked up with or went on a date with or whatever. But I know some of y'all are touchy about this.
Okay, so I might be a little touchy about being friends
with an ex?
With an ex.
Really?
Being friends. Okay, so in this situation, this person is far away. They did say this person is states away. I wouldn't have an issue with that, with it being states away.
And almost straight.
And almost straight, deep in church. You might probably just should stop talking to them because of the church.
Exactly.
That's why you should stop talking to them. But I don't know if I would be comfortable dating someone and you're friends with an ex that is in your circle type of friend. I also haven't been in that situation either.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Really, on the basketball team?
Sorry. That was
Really?
I mean, it was a lot of animosity. Let's just. It was not chill. That was also a thing. It wasn't chill, and it was oh, this person is oh, they're just a friend, or we used to fuck. Those are two different things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
And so, I think it's. I don't think there's a. Yes, I'll be okay with it. No, I won't be okay with it. But I feel there's a lot of other questions I have to ask.
For sure.
How deep was this relationship that y'all were in?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you still have feelings for this person?
Yes.
Do they still have feelings for you?
I think that is probably one of the most important questions.
That's the real thing.
Yeah.
And even still, I don't feel comfortable with anybody in a relationship dictating your behavior. It's about, if I can't trust you to be friends with someone, then maybe we shouldn't be together.
Right.
Right?
That's a good point too.
Truly.
Yeah.
I feel I have experience in a very incestuous friend group where everybody was fucking each other and fucking other people that.
Oh, y'all was L word for real.
Yeah, because that's, I don't know. I thought that was normal, right? And of course, it was also very toxic in a lot of ways. And, I'm not in that friend group
just
anymore.
because it's normal and it's what happens doesn't mean it's not toxic.
And it was toxic, but it wasn't toxic as much. Of course, we would have whatever. It'd be little spats or whatever. We would always work that stuff out. The stuff that was toxic was other stuff, right? Wasn't the relationship stuff.
I think the difference would lie is if both people have absolutely moved on. If both people see this relationship as platonic.
Yes.
If even one person
yes.
has any glimmer of hope that there could be something more,
yes.
then it's not okay. It's not going to work.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not going to work as a friendship.
It's not going to work as a friendship. And then also too, not only are you, even if they don't want you, like sometimes there comes a point where like, I don't necessarily want you, but I don't want to see you with somebody else in front of me.
Yes.
That is also very toxic.
Well,
so
then you're not friends.
Well, then you're, exactly.
Yes.
So it's like, it's kind of like, but then it's like, they don't necessarily want you, but like, I've experienced some like jealousy when it comes with like women or whatever, where it's like, they don't want that person, but it's almost like they see whoever is coming in as like competition in a way. Mm-hmm. It's like, I don't want them, but I still don't want you to have them either. Or I need to show that like I'm somewhat like better than you, or like you're
or better than your new boo,
or better than your new boo.
Yeah.
Like this new person is like a downgrade or like whatever, and then that causes like.
But then all of that is just the fact that this is not a friendship.
That's
if
true.
any of that is happening, then this is not a friendship. Mm-hmm. If you have friends, I feel like, and then no matter what, you should have the self-control to like, and the self-control and the ability to express your boundaries enough to be like, don't disrespect my relationship, right? Don't disrespect my boo,
yeah.
right? Ultimately, I'm not with and I know I'm alone in this. I'm not with that can't be your friend because you know what I mean? I don't like that. That's not your friend. Who you here with? Who over there? Who all over there? Let me go through your phone. Let me smell your strap.
Right.
What is your problem?
Smell your strap?
This is crazy.
But no, I don't believe in that. Because if I gotta do all that, like there was a point in time where I was like, let me go through your phone, or like I went through someone's phone, found some stuff. It was like terrible. So if I ever feel the need to do that again, dude, we don't need to be together.
Thank you.
I feel that like, if I am uncomfortable with like somebody being around you, I feel that you and I should have the relationship where I can like express like, I'm a little uncomfortable with this, and then you handle it.
Ding,
by setting
ding,
that boundary or whatever.
Ding.
There should never come a point where I have to address your ex.
Stop being the cops. Listen, I know that a lot of dykes are corrections officers. I see y'all on Tinder. You don't need to be the police in your relationship. I don't like when it's strict over there. I don't even like being friends with people in those types of relationships because they get real awkward real quick.
It gets awkward.
I wish this type of toxicity, I need the lesbians to like start talking to a therapist about it. Like, I really do. It's just not, and that's why our sponsor, BetterHelp. No, I'm kidding. No. They work,
for real, BetterHelp.
They work for the IDF.
God damn, we can't have nothing.
We can't have nothing.
We can't even have help.
No, right? So, also, whatever. Anyway, so, like, I'm really against that. I think if you cannot communicate clearly and honestly with your partner, then that is not a healthy relationship. And I'm not saying all relationships are automatically like that. Most relationships aren't. Sometimes you got to work up to that. But that should always be the goal.
Right.
It should never be strict over there. So tell your girl that this 97% straight girl, however much the Christianity has taken, is your friend. And you will be communicating with your friend. Yeah. And if they have a problem with that, we can negotiate those boundaries. But you're not finna tell me
what you can,
what I can and can't do. I'm grown.
Right. We on the phone having Bible study.
That's right.
You interfering with my relationship and my walk with the
That's
Lord
right.
at this point.
She's just here talking to me, telling me what Leviticus says about my disgusting lifestyle. Okay? And that's my friend. So tell your girlfriend what it is.
And I don't think her girlfriend has a problem yet. I think
no, you've invented this. You've
invented this problem, so you don't even know how she's gonna take it.
And the first step was, should I lie, girl? What? You gotta chill.
Yeah. You should talk to your Christian friend about lying because the Bible is very specific about that.
Yes, it says only lie to your congregation.
Yes, and your employer about why you're not coming in.
That's right.
I feel like lying to
your employers. So the Lord does not count that.
No. That's fine. And also like on your taxes.
That's right.
Yes.
Lord, my taxes. Anyway.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So yes, I feel like if you have to ask yourself all these questions, you should also ask like how much communication, like what is our communication like? Yes. And then it seems like also like this seems like a new relationship because you refer to it as a situationship. Which I don't like the whole situationship because also if we're in a situation, I low key don't give a damn what you
Exactly.
think.
What are you talking about?
Like, I don't care.
It's a situationship.
Like, it's like, I'm gonna talk to my friend, and that's it. Like, this is a situationship. Like, it's like, unless we gonna be more, like, you don't have no thoughts on what I do.
I don't know.
Stand up. I don't, right.
You hoes be weak in the knees.
You know?
Stand up.
Yeah. Like, the situations is not a situation.
That's right.
You know, you either in a relationship or you die. If you're in a relationship, you need to communicate, you need to have trust, you need to have boundaries. If you're in a situationship, you're borderline.
You need to have lube.
You know
That's it.
Lube and a fresh strap.
That's right.
That's it.
So that has been our unsolicited strap advice.
Yes.
Please let us know what you think. Give us your take on this. Do you allow your boo to have friends, or is you strict?
Yeah. Or are you friends with your ex? How is that going?
Is that normal?
Are
and
y'all
healthy?
in the friend group? How was brunch on Saturday?
That's right.
Like, let us know.
Also, send us, if you want some solicited advice, email us at thestrapdown.com. Sorry, that's not it.
That's not. We do not have that type of domain money.
Email us at thestrapdown@gmail.com.
Thank you, please.
Yes.
The free version.
That's right.
Yes.
Hi. Well, now it is time for us to put you on Strap Game.
We just lost 5 subscribers.
Oh, bye. That's our honorary light skinned femme Ginger. I guess she said she don't want this.
No.
She's sick of us. Oh, I thought that was, I'm sorry, I thought it was Ginger. So put you on Strap Game is when we give you a recommendation of something that we were into, and you know it's authentic because we don't get paid. Yeah, we're not making no money.
This is as authentic as you get.
Yeah, this is us being real.
Yeah.
If you would like us to be fake, give us some money. Anyway, so you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
Sure, I can go first.
Okay.
Because I'm prepared today.
Okay, what we got for today?
Okay, so something you may or may not know about me. I love short films. I love to watch short films. I just love them. You know, I have ADD, so I personally think movies are way too fucking long. Like, so I miss the days when movies were just 90 minutes. Now it's like 2-3 hours. I gotta call off work. I can't go to the bathroom. I don't like it. So I'm getting back into like watching short films, and I found a creator who has a really cute short film. It's called Bodega. Have you heard it?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
The creator, I'm not sure how to pronounce her name. It's Sharik Genevieve. We'll put it in the bio below. But it's a really cute short film. It's a quick watch. It's about 10 minutes and 30 seconds. Have you seen it?
No, but I definitely have it in my watch later.
To watch later,
yes.
Yeah. It's about 10 minutes and 30 seconds. It's a very quick watch. I loved it. I love the vibe of it. I like the fashion. It's two queer people are kind of at the center of it. And let me tell you, okay, what I love about short films is that I love a short film that will take me on a wave of emotions in a short amount of time. Mm-hmm. Like, I was watching this, I was just like, wait a minute. Hold up. What? Wait, like the entire time I'm going like up, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down.
Yeah.
And it's like, every few minutes I'm like changing like emotions of like what I'm feeling and like what I'm watching.
Does it take place entirely in the bodega?
Not entirely, but that's like the center of the story. And that's so, if I'm not mistaken, this creator is like a Brooklyn-based like queer person, and I follow their content a lot. It's really cool. They just started like kind of posting themselves on their like filmmaking journey, and I think they kind of built their team like that through TikTok. I could be lying, but like, but I don't know how they found all these people, but like some of the people that we know in common have like worked with this person.
Oh, dope. Okay.
Yeah. So, just because like I follow their content and I'm like, oh wait, I know that person. I know that person. So it's like it's a small like queer world in this creative space. So I think it's really cool. The video itself on YouTube has like over 200 and something thousand views. So it's really dope. It's a really good film. I love the fashion. I love everything about it. So I think if you are looking for some queer centered short films and you have ADD and you can't sit through a 4-hour movie, watch Bodega on YouTube, and it's free. You know,
I just followed all of those people. I just followed everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, that's so dope. Yes, Bodega. I'm gonna watch it and I'll make a little review or whatever.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's so dope. Okay, good for you. Good for you. Okay, so my put you on strap game is also a very high-minded cinematic experience called Studs of LA.
Oh my gosh. Here we go.
Listen, things are really hard right now. Like, I was like kind of going on a deep dive about Kilmar Garcia and CCOT and about like Bukele and the Bukele administration or whatever. And I kind of went down a big rabbit hole and I got so depressed. And I was like, what's the dumbest thing that I could watch to get me out of this depression?
Studs of LA.
Studs of LA. It's amazing. Like, if you were following us before, we used to do some Hoochie Daddies reviews. This is like a slightly elevated Hoochie Daddies.
Oh, they got a budget.
I said slightly elevated.
Oh, okay.
The games is still like, I'm only on season 1, and the games is still like literally egg and spoon race. But it's real fun. The studs in the group, they're very cute. They're cute or whatever. Really the love of my life. And I know she got a girlfriend, and I know her girlfriend looked like she could fight, so don't fight me. But Diamond, oh God, what a gorgeous, radiant smile, thick booty. Just like so chill and cute. All the other little studs be trying to fight, be nipping at her ankle like a chihuahua, and she's just like, ah, and she's just got the most beautiful smile. She's so chill, and the rest of them, just a lot of just bullshit, just real toxic, just be fighting, arguing.
I've heard of when we were doing the Hoochie Daddies, I heard of Studs of LA.
Yes.
But at the time, I was like, I only thought it was on Patreon, and I was like, I'm not.
So the full uncut episodes are on Patreon. I really am about to drop $12 so I can watch the full uncut episodes if I'm gonna be real. But you can watch the like censored version on YouTube.
Okay.
On Easy's channel, because Easy is the one who produces and directs and edits and does the theme song and is the host. Yes.
That's who Easy is.
Yes. That
they were in the comments talking about.
That's who that is.
Oh.
Yes, that's who that is. And so I actually had no familiarity with Easy at all whatsoever, even like, a little bit. I was like, who are y'all talking about? Tell Auntie who you're talking about. And I guess I figured out, whatever. I don't know. They're cute or whatever. Like, I appreciate the Tyler Perry tenacity of putting together all this stuff. I don't know what you are like in your personal life, but I'm very impressed.
Now, this is separate from Get Her Done Productions from Hoochie Daddies.
Totally separate from Get Her Done Productions, although I really think they should combine their budgets.
A
collab would be great. Combine those budgets.
My brain is working. What about an all-star?
Hoochie Daddies.
Hoochie Daddy, like an all-star, like
Real
stud.
Survival.
Yes, like the challenge.
Yes, the challenge. They got to run from here and back. But now we can put tape.
Yeah.
We'll put like cones up.
Now they got to carry 2 people on their back.
That's right.
While throwing a dildo and breastfeeding a baby doll.
To be fair to Studs of LA, it is less hinged on the weird ass games. They're there or whatever, but it's mostly about the interpersonal drama.
Oh, okay.
Which is all like, because they're all LA like TikTok people. So they all have like, they're like, you went on live and you didn't shout da 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 da. It's this dumbest shit and they be fighting over it. I'm in love. I'm obsessed. It's so great. It's a really nice break from the reality of fascism that is really happening right now. Like, if you need a break, look at these studs. I love them. I'm like damn near done with season 1. I'm gonna go on to they're doing Studs of LA Atlanta, and I think Diamond is in that too.
Now, Atlanta, I would watch Atlanta. I will watch like any ratchet TV show that is based in Atlanta.
I know.
Guaranteed gold when it comes to like comedy, all of that. The best franchises come out of Atlanta.
From Atlanta. I truly.
Yeah. Argue with your mama.
They need to have like a gay Real Housewives of Atlanta, because the best drama comes from the studs and their extremely toxic strict femmes. Mm-hmm. Because the femmes, one episode the femme showed up. They showed up at the door. They knocked on the door because they saw somebody had a story. They brought strippers over and they said there's not allowed to be strippers here. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah,
strict.
Real strict.
That's crazy.
Real strict. Anyway, check out Studs of LA. Shout out to Easy. I'll put the link here if you haven't checked it out. Please do yourself a favor.
And sorry, Easy, that they came for you in our comments. They had nothing to do with us.
I didn't know. I don't know. I didn't know.
We didn't know who you was.
I didn't know who he was. I'm old.
You know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But congratulations to you for putting all that together. My goodness, so much work.
Yeah, we should put together the Auntie Femmes of Crown Heights.
Auntie Femmes of Crown Heights, just bad backs and
good times.
And good times.
Let's go.
All right, that's the tagline.
There we
Damn,
go.
bitch, that's a great idea. All right, hit me up if you want to be on Auntie Femmes of Crown Heights. Mm-hmm. Let us know. We'll trade some better
Just make sure you got your insurance card up there. Please. Now it's time to say goodbye
to all our something STRAPDOWN. Cute.
Look, I am actively workshopping a jingle for y'all because I know y'all miss the original Strap Game theme song.
Nobody does.
I'm working on some jingles for y'all.
Just unlistenable.
Stay tuned.
Okay.
And so now we're going to talk about the things that we have experienced through the week, some like that brought us some joy.
All right, you're saying things. One thing.
Well, one thing.
That one thing that kept us from backhanding a fool to this week or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I'll start. Okay. And actually, my thing is a really beautiful email from a fan of the show, which is so sweet.
We have a fan?
We have a fan.
So we're not just talking to nobody.
Yeah, we have exactly one fan. So and she asked for us to call her Star.
Okay, Star.
Hello, Star. Okay. I have been checking out your clips, the StrapDown podcast, and I absolutely love it. You two are my new favorite black dykes. Aww. It means so much to me as a gay gal to hear two fellow women of color speak so openly and honesty and just be their authentic selves. I am in my mid-20s. Me too. And proudly queer AF. Thank you so much to both of you for the laughs and being so inspirational. Are you both excited for Pride? And what do you think of Chaperone? She's in her mid-20s.
I love this. Oh my God, Star, thank you so much. I'm a Cancer, so if you can't tell, I'm like tearing up because that means a lot. Because it may not look like it, but we work really hard to bring y'all this podcast. So it means a lot to us that y'all engage with us on like YouTube and online and like you took the time to like find our email and send us this kind note. So that means so much.
That means so much. Not only did she find our email and send us the note, I missed the email. And so she was like, did y'all get this email? And I was like, oh my God, my bad. I'm sorry. But I was like, yeah, I got it. Thank you, boo. So lovely. I asked her if we could say it on the show. Are you excited for Pride?
I am excited for Pride. I can't wait for Pride.
Yes.
I want to shop locally for Pride. So I'm really excited to like find some good like Pride gear and stuff. I'm actually thinking about taking like the whole week of work off.
Hell yeah.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And like we're going to like Key West for a little bit. We're going to like Key West Pride. We have a friend that's doing a show in Key West, so we're going to go down there and support. A comedy show? Yeah, a comedy show. Quinn Lamar.
Oh, that's so dope.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fun.
Yeah, so we still need to get our tickets for that, but that's a whole nother thing. We're working on that. But anyway, we're gonna go to Key West Pride. So if you're in Key West, if you're like somewhere in like Florida, or if you're in Miami and you feel like making a 4-hour drive down to Key West for Pride, like, hit me up.
Yes. Okay. Wow. I'm just excited. I'm excited for Pride. Mostly because I think this might be the last one. I think this might be the last legal one.
The last legal one. But them underground Pride celebrations gonna be lit.
So lit. It's gonna be so lit.
We gonna bring back the buffet flat.
That's right. That's right. It always thrives, no matter what under fascism. I'm just starting to get to that part of the book. Anyway, and what do you think of Chaperone?
You know, like I love a good bop.
Yeah.
I like the beat.
I thought it was nice. I like the beat.
Beautiful gowns.
Yeah.
Her music. I enjoy her music. Like it's like fun. You know what I'm saying? I might sing some Red Wine Supernova at like a karaoke and stuff.
Yeah.
Like her politics and she could not do podcasts. I say.
I don't watch her on the podcast.
Yeah. Like she could.
But I heard people were like, oh.
Yeah.
They were mad at her for something.
It was, yeah. So, but, you know, what do you think?
This is the thing. Here's the thing.
Anytime you say, here's the thing.
No, because I like Chaperone. I like a few of her songs. I liked her album, you know. I am not, like, I hang out with a lot of white queers, and they are deeply affected by her lyrics in a way that I am not.
Oh.
People cry to Pink Pony Club.
What?
People are like, this is, and to me, you know what I mean? To me, Chaperone is like a elevated gay Taylor Swift, in that her lyrics are very simple, sweet pop lyrics that are very affecting to people for reasons. And I may not get it, it don't hit me like that, but I like it. Like, it's good. And I love her. Like, when you say beautiful gowns, I really mean it. Mm-hmm. Beautiful gowns. Love the drag. I'm sorry. I'm a big fan of the hyper queens, and she's a real hyper queen.
Yeah.
When she's really giving. I love that she is, you know, she speaks up for Palestinian liberation. I love that.
Yeah. She picks what she speaks up.
Yeah, she don't do it now, but like, because listen, it's not the time. She don't want to go to El Salvador. She's not trying to get locked away no more.
Yeah. I think, you know, and I just think she's, well, I was about to say, I think she's young.
She is young.
And she has a lot of growth as like an artist and someone who is like stepping into this platform.
Yes.
And so she has a lot to learn.
Yes.
And learning a lot of like how to really use her voice, and just like if you're going to use it, and like finding like the proper way to use it.
Yes.
And you know, you can't speak up and then be like, oh, but I'm just a girl, I don't know how I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, I saw
you know,
that.
you gotta pick and choose. Are you gonna be like a boss bitch, or are you just a girl?
Yeah.
You know. So, but
I want you to stand in it, but also I probably don't know.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know how much you lost just for how much money you lost just for saying, you know, just for standing up for the NICU babies.
Yeah.
I know that's like how it works out here.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
Hot to Go is my shit.
Hot to Go is great. I'm not in love with the country shit, but I bet that's your thing.
What? What would you think?
Don't you like country?
I do like country.
You like country?
I didn't the Giver or
The
like
Giver.
whatever. I didn't really listen to it. Blame Beyonce, because I was all countryed out by the time that came out. I only have room for like one country star at a time.
Same. And one of them is Dolly.
Yeah.
So
if she would have came out with that like before Cowboy Carter, I probably would have like got down with it. But like, you know.
Yeah, it didn't speak to me like it spoke to the white queers.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of white queer people that are I'm very close to that are going to be very upset.
I did not know they was crying over Chaperone. Like, I did not know that.
I have seen the girls at Come On Everybody literally sobbing to Pink Pony Club.
Like, that's what they doing?
Yes. She speaks to them. And anything, and I love it. I love, if y'all like it, I love it. Mm-hmm. But yes, and thank you, Star. Thank you, Star, for asking. And also feel free to email us. We can read your emails on the show, and also like
whether they're good or if it's crazy.
Yeah, just send us whatever.
Roast us.
Roast us. That's right.
We roasting you back.
That's right.
But yeah,
not too much. I'm sensitive. I'm a Pisces.
Oh yeah, I'm a Cancer. It's a lot of water on this podcast.
Yes.
So my good thing, actually, you helped us diagnose my dog. Sharia helped us diagnose my dog with an ear infection by being an asshole.
Yes.
And by being rude and be like, your dog stinks.
I was like, oh, she funky. Why she funky? And that's how y'all found out.
And that's literally how we found out, because she had just came from the groomers, and I was like, I guess you need a bath. And I gave her a bath, and I was like, you still funky. And then I get on Google and I look it up, and it's like, oh, it's an ear infection, and that's where the smell could potentially be coming from. And then I actually like did some digging in her ear the other night and actually saw like her ear was like clogged with like just black gunk or whatever. And I called the vet. It was a whole logistic thing. I had to like squeeze into like a vet appointment today before we filmed, and they pulled out so much stuff, and like they took her to a private back room, and they're pulling out gunk from her ears, and everybody is like, whoa, like, this is unbelievable. And actually, I think the word the vet used was, this is impressive, is what she said.
That is not what you want to hear from a medical professional.
Her exact words were, this is impressive. How did this happen?
Oh my God.
But she, my dog, she's fine now. She's, she can hear probably a bit better, which is good. And so
now we know she just don't listen.
But yeah, so thank you.
Yes.
Because I don't know that I would have probably just assumed that she's just like needs a bath. And then because I work and I'm not home with her all the time, like sometimes like I don't notice when something's wrong because I like work and stuff.
You don't have to be guilty for being a working dog mom.
I'm a working dog mom. And this is why we need to get sponsorships so that
you can stay home with your baby.
I can stay home with my baby and I can be more attentive to her medical needs. Yes. Why people love dog stuff. So, just
yeah. For our white listeners, come on.
You're like, I just want to be able to stay home with
my fur baby. Yes.
She's 14, so like I know I only have like maybe 10 or 12 years left with her. So I just want to spend as much time as I can with her. So that is my something good, is that you potentially saved my dog's hearing.
Yes. I know you've been having a rough one because your something good is a bunch of gunk in a dog's ear. That's your something good. Is that they pulled out a bunch of gunk out of your baby's ear.
That's been like the best thing that has happened to me in like the past.
I bet Ginger too. Ginger like,
Yeah, I think she came on the table.
Thank goodness. Yes, I know she's pulling that stuff out.
She orgasmed for sure.
Yeah, check your dog's ears, please, or whatever. I don't know. God damn, poor baby.
Yeah. Now we want to talk about poor. That bill was $250.
That's the first thing you said to me. You texted me and said your niece just cost me $250. I said, okay. Is she okay?
Ain't got nan job, but. Star, if you need
Star, yeah, that's right. You want to come check this dog's ear?
So if you have any type of like problem and you need somebody to come over to your house and chase them away, she needs a job.
Yes.
Okay.
She needs a job.
She
freelancing. She doing some Ghostbusters on the side. That's so funny.
She's my baby, but the bitch is also a bum.
That's okay.
Right. Like she needs to get an only pause or something.
Only pause?
Yes.
That's a great idea.
It is.
I'm sure there's some sickos out there.
I told her all the time. Yes. You got 4 nipples. You need to put the mugs to work. Okay?
I'm sure there's dog lingerie specifically for whatever sick weirdos are out there. Okay. Anyway, please hit us up on OnlyPause. And like, subscribe, share, tell your friends. Please leave a comment. Just say whatever. Tell us what you think was in Ginger's ear. Leave a comment. Do whatever.
We got a prize if you can guess the weight.
If you can guess the weight of the gunk in Ginger's ear, we will send you a jar of it. Follow
us on Instagram,
TikTok.
That's all I
got. And stay healthy, stay well, and most importantly, stay strapped.